Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am so very excited because Oden'S sent me their new Christmas palettes. These look so beautiful. We are going to be swatching these. I'm going to create a look with each of these beautiful palettes for y'all. Oden'S is one of my favorite brands. I love the packaging of these. I cannot wait to share them with y'all. And if you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. I do upload lots of new videos every single week. So if you were looking for new fun makeup content, this is the place to be. I hope that you will subscribe before you leave today. But I'm so excited. Cannot wait to play with these shadows. So let's jump into it. Starting out, I want to show you these palettes. I am very excited. I will put all the details in the description box so you can check them out if you want to know launch date, time. Any information I have will be in the description box. I will also put my code Heather. If you want to save on the Oden'S site, you can use Heather to save on any of your things that you're interested in. But I want to talk about these palettes. So we have a Christmas Eve palette, and then we have a Merry Christmas palette. I think that's so cute. I want to start off first and show you the Merry Christmas Eve palette. This is a really pretty color story. You can see in the close-up that we do have some really pretty imprints on the pan. We have the Oden'S logo with some snowflakes here along these mats. We have a really pretty kind of cool toned color story with blues and grays, this kind of cool tone olive over here. Really beautiful. It looks like we have some special textures. I'm going to show you swatches of this palette as well so that you can see it all swatched out together. I know the true test of a shadow is when it applies on the eyes, how it performs, but I do think swatches are fun and helpful. But overall, I'm very excited to be dipping into this palette. We've got a nice mirror. I love the details on the packaging. It's just very like over the top Christmas themed, and I think that's so fun. Like, I love like how shiny and beautiful this like holographic packaging is. It's so festive. And then next we have the Merry Christmas palette. So I love that we have Christmas Eve and Christmas. We have this beautiful Christmas tree again with the holographic. Let me show you a close-up of this palette. We have the same embossings in the pan, the Oden'S logo and the snowflakes. This palette is so fun too. Like, this palette, I love how we have the layout. If you kind of go row by row, you have 4 colors that are easy to pair together. Again, it looks like we have special formulas and textures. So I'll show you the swatches of this palette as well. Just really beautiful color story. I'm very excited to be playing with these. Again, I'll put all the information, launch dates, launch details in the description box, but I cannot wait to play with both of these palettes. I love Oden'S. I've been reviewing Oden'S on my channel for years now, so I can't wait to play with these palettes. I feel like Oden'S just keeps getting better and better with all of their new launches. So what we're going to do first is create a Christmas Eve look, and then we'll do Christmas next, and then we'll kind of talk about the palettes, talk about the looks, everything like that. So I'm going to prime my eyes, I'm going to zoom y'all in, and we will create a look starting with Christmas Eve. Okay, I'm so excited to be playing with this Christmas Eve palette. What I want to do first is go into Ice Crystal. We're going to fit like 3 shades kind of here in the crease. So we're going to start with Ice Crystal, and then we're going to go into Just Now, and then we'll go into Night Sky. I am so excited to be playing with this palette. I have my Sigma E25. I'm going to go into that Ice Crystal shade. And what we will do, I'm like, where's my mirror? What we'll do with this is I'm going to make sure there's no creases in my primer, because I definitely don't want to set in any creases. But like I said, I've been using Oden'S for years, so I feel like I know their formula pretty well. I think this year they have had some really, really pretty releases. I mean, my one of my best friends, Angelica Nyqvist, made the Hella palette with them, which in my opinion is the best Oden'S palette ever. And then they had another launch. What was that, like more towards the spring? I've loved that palette. So I was so happy to see that they're doing these Christmas palettes. I think that's so fun. And so far, I mean, y'all can see that matte is very pigmented. I'm not having any trouble at all working with it. I'm bringing it up quite high so you can see my crease is actually here, but I want to bring this shade up a bit higher so that when my eyes are open, you can still really see the shade. Okay, next I've got that shade Just Now, and I'm just going to have this right here. I'm not going to bring it out too far. I'm not going to bring it out, in too far or out too far. I am going to make sure, again, that I'm blending it up higher than the crease. So see my eyes open, I'm still blending up here. I just wanted to have kind of a touch of this green shade to the look. And I wanted to use some colors and create some fun color combinations in case you're curious about these palettes. Maybe you want to pick them up. Maybe you're on a no-buy and you want to shop your stash. I'll definitely give you some inspiration, hopefully. Never be afraid to pull out, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 palettes to create a look. But I feel very inspired when I look at this color story. So I'm just going to take my time right there, making sure that there's no like harsh lines or anything, but I also don't want to blend them together and create like a totally new color. I want it to be kind of the gray to the green, and now we're going to do the blue. So this shade right here called Night Sky, I'm picking this up on a BK Beauty brush, and I'm going to stamp this shade on, and I'm going to bring it out at an angle like this. And just slowly blend this shade. But see, I want this nice kind of fade, gray, green, blue. So just going to press it on until I have the pigment and everything looking exactly how I want. And then I will just little circular motions blend. Okay, so I'm going to take my 009 liner from Oden'S, and I want to put this right in the water line on my lower lashes. And then I want to put on a matte shadow on the lower lash line. I'm going to go back and blend a little bit more, but I want to get the lower lash line done, and I want to put this multi-chrome shadow all over the lid first. So I'm just going to put that on my waterline, and then we will go in and we'll deepen up the lower lash line. I just wanted to see, like, for me, I wanted to see that on the waterline before I did anything else. So what I'm going to do is use the shade Christmas Eve, and then I'm going to go in with Nightfall on the lower lash line, but I'm going to start with that deeper shade. Okay, so I'm taking that deep shade Christmas Eve. It's like a true navy blue, and it does have a pretty snowflake imprinted on the pan. But this is a Game Beauty brush, and I just want to lightly blend this shade on the lower lash line, keeping it pretty close to the lashes, and then slowly blending out like this. All right, I'm just gonna wipe that brush off just a little bit, and I'm gonna pick up the lighter shade called Nightfall, and I'm gonna put this underneath, bring it, wrap it around like this, bring it up and out, and kind of connect it to where we put that shade on the outer corner. So just slowly wrapping this around. Okay, for the lid, I really want to use this beautiful shade. It shifts from a blue to a purple. Ooh, this is so beautiful. I'm sure y'all saw the shifts in the swatches and all, but this is the shade Gorgeous. And I want to put down my KARLA Fix Potion, and I want to put this shade all over the lid. Okay, so I'm picking up the shade Gorgeous on a What's Up Beauty brush. And first, I'm going to press the shadow on to that KARLA Fix Potion, and then I'll blend after I have it how I want it. But I just want to get that tacky base set down first. This is such a beautiful shade. Wow. And it has really beautiful shifts. Oh, I love a multi-chrome. Wow, that is so beautiful. Okay, I love the way this is looking on the lid. I want to put something right here between our multi-chrome and our outer corner. So I'm gonna go into Blue Star. This one has a really pretty like texture to it as well. It looks extra sparkly. So what I'm gonna do is put this right between that multi-chrome and that matte. It's not going to be super duper visible. It's just going to be like a little something extra right there. And then of course I'll go back and make sure I have a nice blend. But I just wanted to add that shade right there, and then I'm going to make sure I blend in here. But I thought that would be kind of a pretty transition from the multi-chrome to the deep matte. Now for the inner corner, I feel like there's several options in this palette. The matte gray actually would even be pretty to kind of have that wrapped around. I could use this lighter blue, this silver, this kind of light gold shade, but what I want to do actually is this light lavender, the shade Wonderful. So let me see here. I've got this Lunar Beauty brush right here. I'm going to go in with Wonderful, that pretty lavender lilac shade. And that's going to go right there on the inner corner. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. I just got carried away looking at which shades I wanted to use, what sparkle shades I wanted to use. So I'm going to blend, I'm going to put on liner and lashes, and then I will be right back. All right, y'all, here is the first finished look with the Christmas Eve palette. I put on some Kiss Royal Silk lashes, a little bit of black eyeliner on top. I already told you about the waterline. For blush, I'm wearing the Oden'S blush in Sunset Clouds. For highlight, I'm wearing Azura Sunshine, also Oden'S. And then my lips, let's see, I just have on Makeup by Mario Almost Bare Ultra Suede Lip Cream. And where's the gloss? Oh, here. It's the ColourPop Hocus Pocus gloss in Boys Will Love Me. So I really like this look. I thought this was the amazing Oden'S eye quality that I have come to expect with the Christmas Eve palette. Again, packaging beautiful. And I like the layout of this palette. If you're looking at this and you're like, I don't know what I would do, go row by row and just take those 4 shades and make a look. Like this row, create a look. This row, create a look. Or the columns, if you go these 4 and create a look, you can do that. Of course, I'm giving you inspiration and looks, and I know lots of other creators will be uploading looks with this as well, but this is such a beautiful palette. I just think this color story is gorgeous. I feel inspired. I want to create some more looks. I love the look I have on. I'm going to be wearing this out and about for the rest of my day, and I'm very happy about it. I think it's so beautiful. So yeah, I want to create a look for y'all as well with the Merry Christmas palette. So let's jump into that one. Okay, for this look, we're going to be playing with the Merry Christmas palette. I love the packaging. I know I've already said that, but I really want to do a red and green look. This is a Christmas palette. I want to do red and green. I think we have so many beautiful options. But the first 3 shades that I want to work with are going to be Best Wish, because this shade has been begging me to use it. And we're going to use Poinsettia, and then we'll go in with Hot Cocoa down here. So I've got my eyes primed for shadow already. So we're going to start off with Best Wish first. Okay, so I'm going to take that shade. Whoops. I'm going to smooth out, make sure I don't have any creases in my eye primer, because I definitely don't want to set creases in. And I'm going to just put this shade right here. But what I want to do is wrap this around the inner corner so that we have this really pretty bright shade as our inner corner like highlight, and then just kind of up, but not too far in. This is a really pretty pastel-y type shade with just a hint maybe of like neon. So a really pretty neon pastel is how I would describe this one. Okay, after that, I'm grabbing the shade Poinsettia, and I'm going to slowly pack it right in the crease here. Bring it down a little low, but I'm not gonna worry about blending too much just yet. I just want to make sure I have that pigment right in here so that even when my eyes open, you're going to be able to see this red, because I want this look to be very, very Christmas. Okay, then I'm taking this melt brush in the shade Hot Cocoa, which is like a deep burgundy shade, and I'm just going to press that on. And right now I'm just focusing on getting the pigment where I want it and the colors placed where I want them. Okay, so I look really not my best right now. I know that. What I'm going to do is take this old Sosu brush. I'm going to take a little bit of gingerbread, this just mid-tone brown shade. And I mean, it's just a tiny bit on my brush. This is a really nice blending brush. And I'm just going to focus on blending the edges and just getting them a little softer, a little more blended. But I didn't want to pick up any more of that red or burgundy because I don't want to add any more of that color. I don't want that pigment to come up way higher. So by taking a almost clean brush and just adding a little bit of a mid-tone shade, it's going to make it super easy for me to blend these out. And then I can go in and deepen up anywhere that I need to. But yeah, I'm just gonna spend a little time blending. Okay, what I want to do now, I know you're looking like, Heather, you still look crazy. Trust the process. I'm gonna put down my NYX SFX matte paint, the white one. I'm going to put it all over my lid because on my lid I want to go in with New Year and I want to go in with Elf Wish. I need those two greens, so I'm going to put this down all over the lid and then we'll go in with those shadows. Okay, so I have that NYX paint down. This is an old IT Cosmetics brush that was part of some Ulta set. But I'm just going to kind of stamp this really pretty shade on top of the NYX primer. Not really doing a cut crease because I'm going to not worry about being precise. I will blend up and out. This, like I said, this look is going to be more of a trust the process kind of look. I'll go back and blend a lot as we go because I want to like get the colors on, get the shades down so I can kind of see how things are coming together. I really like the way these colors are looking next to each other though. I really do. This one's a very pretty shade. And then I'm gonna grab the Lunar Beauty brush and I'm gonna go into that Elf Wish shade. Oh, so beautiful. And I'm going to press that right here. This is like a bright, fun multi-chrome. So it's going to look green, it's going to look white, it's going to look pink. Just really, really beautiful. and I'm going to put it right there, and I'll just spend a little extra time blending it, and then I'll come back. But y'all see how it looks on the lid? Like, it looks so interesting. Okay, the way it looks in the pan, the way it looks on my eyes is so cool. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to see if I need to blend anymore, and then we'll do something on the lower lash line. Okay, for the lower lash line, I want to go in with Christmas Tree right here. This really pretty green color. I'm loving the red and the green together on our looks. So I'm going to push this color right up in the lower lash line. Just going to blend back and forth. I'm going to see if I need to do any more blending for this look. And then I'm going to do lashes and liner, and I'll be right back. But this is basically the finished look. But I will come right back because I want to really talk about these palettes, because if you can't tell, I'm just really enjoying these. All right, y'all, here is the finished look. I'm so into it. It's red, it's green, I feel festive, I'm here for it. Of course, you could create something not so bold and red and green if you don't want to, but I thought it was fun. So I put on some, whoops, pulling my hair. I put on some Lilly lashes. These are the 3D faux mink lashes. And I put on Give Beauty Stomp Box for my lips. For blush and highlight, they're both from Oden'S. I'm wearing the Orange Sunny blush and the Rose Sky highlighter. Ooh, so many pretty things. I love my eye look. I've been working all day, so if I seem like I'm misspeaking a little bit, I'm tired. But I love this eye look. I think it's so pretty. So let's kind of talk about these palettes. First of all, I love the theming. I love that we have a Christmas Eve palette. I love that we have a Merry Christmas palette. I love when brands pick a theme. I would love to see more brands like pick a holiday theme and run with it. Give me all the holidays. I think it's so fun. But I'm very happy Oden'S sent me these palettes. I will put all the launch information that I have down in the description box. Again, if you want to save at Oden'S, you can use code Heather. The only things that are excluded, I think, are their collab palettes. So it should work on everything except their creator collaborations. But if Oden'S did not send me these palettes, I would have set an alarm and bought these myself on launch day. Let's talk about them though individually. So the Christmas Eve palette, love. First of all, I'm just going to tell you, the quality is consistent in both of these. The quality in both of these is great. They both have mattes, shimmers, multi-chromes, different formulas. So if you're looking to maybe pick up one of these, just pick which color story you like best, because the quality is great in both of them. And if you want to shop your stash, I hope that I gave you some inspiration with these looks. But this palette, I really like this color story. To me, it really fits the Christmas Eve theme too, because like it's more nighttime vibes, right? We have those cool tones, so it makes me think about Christmas Eve night. We have beautiful multi-chromes. I love these deep blues that we have, these kind of grungy grays and greens. I love the silvers. I just think this is a really beautiful palette. I think they did a great job. I love the mirror. Just a lot of detail in this palette. The size is nice too. If you look at it compared to my hand, it's not huge. Like, it's so nice. And then moving over to the Merry Christmas palette, I think this is fun, and I think of Christmas when I look at this. I think it's such a fun take on it. I love that we have the reds and greens in here. I love that we have this like neutrally warm brown. I think you can create a variety of looks with this. We have those really nice intense foiled shadows that Oden'S does. Lots of sparkle, lots of shift. The mattes are very pigmented, very easy to blend. Just overall really pretty. So if you were wondering what do I think of these palettes, I really should rank my Oden'S palettes, because aside from the collab palettes, I think these may be my new favorite Oden'S palettes. Just based on like the color stories and the textures alone, These are palettes that I really, really enjoy. Very excited to play more with these. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Make sure you let me know, do you want to see more looks with these palettes? What are you into? Which one do you like more? Are you going to shop your stash? Are you planning to pick these up? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!